Hello everyone, welcome back to Carnivorous Plants Hub. Today is a big day. I did something a little crazy. I just bought 100 Venus Flytraps. Yep, 100. And they're all sitting in this box right here. In this video, we're going to unbox them, repot every single one, and I'm going to show you my brand new indoor setup that's built to handle this many carnivorous plants. And trust me, it's a huge upgrade. But this isn't just a random plant haul. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know I've always had a goal in mind, to eventually start selling plants. The reason I've held off? I didn't want to sell anything until I knew I could consistently grow strong, healthy fly traps. The kind I'd actually be proud to send to you. Well, I think we've finally reached that point. At this stage, I rarely lose a Venus flytrap, and my plants are growing faster and healthier than ever. So this right here is the first real step toward turning this into a full-on nursery. And these aren't just any fly traps either. I picked up 50B52s, which are famous for their massive traps and beginner-friendly growth, and 50 Chinese dumplings, which have one of the most unique looks you'll ever see on a fly trap. I got these from a grower named Will, who produces some of the healthiest plants I've come across, so I'm really excited to see how these turn out once they're settled in. Now, I'm not rushing to sell these. I want to make sure they're strong, established, and thriving first. But if everything goes as planned, we could be just a couple months away from having plants available. So if you want to see what 100 Venus flytraps look like fresh out of the box, how I pot them up, and the full setup I'm using to grow them indoors, stick around. This is going to be a fun one. Before we jump into this, I want to give a quick shout out to my guy Will. He's been a huge help behind the scenes, answering a ton of my questions, and just being an all-around great resource as I've been planning this next step. And on top of that, he grows some seriously incredible Venus flytraps. If you're looking to pick up some high-quality plants and support another carnivorous plant grower, definitely go check out what he's got available. I'll leave his info down below. Awesome plants, awesome guy, go show him some support. Alright, so for this project, I picked up a bunch of these terracotta-colored plastic planters. Now, are these my favorite? Not really. They're a little flimsy, and definitely not what I'd use as a forever home for my fly traps. But since these are just temporary pots, I didn't want to burn through all my nicer planters right away. These will get the job done perfectly, for now. Let's go ahead and get the first pot ready. While I'm setting this up, I just want to say I really appreciate you being here. If you're enjoying the video or finding it helpful, go ahead and pour some water on that like button and consider subscribing if you want to see more carnivorous plant content like this. And real quick, if you're getting ready for your own repotting season, make sure to check out my website, carnivorousplanthub.com. I make my own premium substrate specifically for Venus flytraps and other carnivorous plants. I actually spend hours sifting and rinsing everything myself, so when it shows up at your door, it's completely ready to use. No prep needed. You can grab it on its own or in full repotting kits that come with planters and extra substrate, so you've got everything you need without having to guess or piece things together. And don't just take my word for it, there are tons of reviews from other growers who've used it successfully. Links down in the description and pinned comment if you want to check it out. First plants going in. These are the B52s. And just a heads up, this isn't a full repotting tutorial. If you're looking for a step-by-step guide, I've got a dedicated video that walks you through the entire process. I'll link that at the end of this video and down below for you. Let's get these tucked in nice and snug. 3 down, only about 97 to go. First tray is officially done. Let's get these tagged and watered. Now, writing this many plant tags? Not gonna lie, it gets a little tedious, but it's really important, especially when you're dealing with different cultivars. One quick tip, use pencil if you can. It actually holds up way better over time than most permanent markers I've tried. And I always add the date too, so I know exactly when each plant was last potted up. One quick tip here, you always want to top water after potting up. When you're filling these pots, it's really common to end up with air pockets in the substrate, especially around the roots. And that's a problem. You want those roots making full contact with the soil at all times. Top watering helps collapse those gaps and settle everything in place. After that, you can always go back in, patch things up, or add a little more substrate if needed. Alright, let's switch it up and work on some Chinese dumplings. Right away, I noticed these handled shipping a bit better. They're more upright, less stressed, honestly, just easier to work with overall. And I've got to say, I love the look of these. The shape is just completely different from your typical fly trap. If you want something that stands out in your collection, these definitely do it. I've still got a few more to go, but the lighting outside right now is just too good not to take advantage of. So check this out. Just look at that progress, all those fly traps together. The contrast between that deep dark soil and the bright green traps. It just looks so good. And yeah, maybe I'm a little biased, but that substrate is looking pretty amazing too. Alright, fast forward a bit, the plants are all potted. Now here's the thing, I did this a little backwards. I've got all these plants ready to go, but no setup yet. So now we need to build everything, shelving, lights, and the grow tent. Let's start with the shelving. For this setup, I went with a large wire rack to match the 4-foot Barina grow lights I picked up. This shelf is 72 inches tall with 5 tiers. Each level is about 47 inches long and 18 inches deep, which should let me fit around 4 10 by 20 water trays per shelf. In theory, this setup should hold all 100 fly traps, with a little extra room for seedlings and some flower stalk cuttings I've got planned. And of course, the moment you start building anything new, the cats show up to inspect everything. The shelf is up. Looking good so far. Now let's get the lights installed. I went with the Barina 4-foot lights for this build. I've been using the 2-foot versions for a while now with really solid results. Venus Flytraps, Sundews, Butterworts, all doing great under them. Each of these puts out 42 watts across the full 4-foot span. My plan is to space them about every 6 inches, so that's 3 lights per shelf. Since they come in a 6-pack, that gives me enough coverage for 2 full shelves. If you're curious about the exact specs, I've got everything linked down in the description and pinned comment. Alright, lights are on, plants are in place, and I've even got some seedlings going on the lower shelf. Right now, the plants are sitting about 2 to 4 inches below the lights, depending on their size. As they grow, I'll adjust that spacing a bit. Now, one thing missing here, the tent. It was about 12:30 a.m. when I finished the lights, so we're picking this back up the next day. For the tent, I usually go with Vivo Sun, but this time it was just a little too big for my basement, so instead I went with one from the Green Hut store. This thing is big, 8 feet long, 4 feet wide, and about 78 inches tall. I wanted something with room to expand, because let's be honest, I'm definitely getting more plants. Small hiccup, I couldn't put it exactly where I planned because of a low ceiling beam, so I had to swap spots with my weight bench. A little more work than expected. But honestly, it turned out great. The quality actually surprised me. The materials feel solid, the zippers work smoothly. Overall, really happy with it, and it's quite a bit cheaper than the Vivo Sun tents. If you want to check it out, links down below. And here it is, the final setup. Everything is up and running, and I've got plenty of room to grow into, which I absolutely will. One of the biggest challenges with this hobby is just finding space. And I've got to give a huge thank you to my wife for putting up with all of this. Multiple grow tents in the house is a commitment. If you want to follow along as these fly traps grow in and be notified when they're finally ready for sale, make sure you're subscribed. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And if you need help repotting your own Venus flytrap, check out the video popping up on your screen right now. It'll walk you through everything step by step. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.